चंदन हम पानी पानी, जाके अंग अंग बास समाए, जाके अंग अंग बास समाए। प्रभु जी तुम गनवन हम मोरा, प्रभु जी तुम गनवन हम मोरा, जैसे चितयत चंद्र चकोरा, जैसे चितयत चंद्र चकोरा। प्रभु जी तुम चंदन हम पानी पानी, जाके अंग अंग बास समाए, जाके अंग अंग बास समाए। प्रभु जी तुम दीपक हम बाती, प्रभु जी तुम दीपक हम बाती, जाकी ज्योति बरे दिन राती, जाकी ज्योति बरे दिन राती। प्रभु जी तुम चंदन हम पानी पानी, जाके अंग अंग बास समाए, जाके अंग अंग बास समाए। प्रभु जी तुम मोती हम धागा, प्रभु जी तुम मोती हम धागा, जैसे सो नहीं मिलत सुहागा, जैसे सो नहीं मिलत सुहागा। प्रभु जी तुम चंदन हम पानी पानी, जाके अंग अंग बास समाए, जाके अंग अंग बास समाए। प्रभु जी तुम स्वामी हम दास, प्रभु जी तुम स्वामी हम दास, ऐसे भक्ति करे रुईदास, ऐसे भक्ति करे रुईदास। प्रभु जी तुम चंदन हम पानी पानी, जाके अंग अंग बास समाए, जाके अंग अंग बास समाए। Om. Oh, good morning and welcome again to our beautiful mandir. We see the birds, we heard woodpecker, hear the ducks and the geese. They're swimming along very jollifully, taking their bath over there, and in their own little way, they create their own happiness. You know, we also are in charge of our destiny. No one should take control of our destiny, only us. It is only through weakness that we need we look for outside help. And when we look for those outside help, we might go to the Panditji and the Swamiji and the Jyotish. Well, they have, if you have faith and devotion, and you go to the right person who is not really for the money and for the taking, then you will get you get maybe something there. But for me, at BHARAT is SEVASHRAM Shame. When I think of Swami Parameshananda, he is all in all. That, we don't have to go anywhere. And with him, when you go to him, as a matter of fact, he comes to you. He looks for you and he wants you to be in his company. God, the original God, the Adi Deva, when that God was without name and form like Lord Shiva. And when I come to this pond there, I think of Lord Shiva in Mount Kailash and how beautiful it is. And Mount Sarovar, the lake. Many people will take pilgrimages there. But once you have God, he comes to you, you don't have to go looking for him anymore. Like Kumbh Mela is going on in Haridwar. There was a time between the Sivaratri and Magh Purnima, I had the opportunity of going there. And I may have told the story, I went to Bhaveshananda and he's passed away. He was head of the whole south of ashrams in the south for BHARAT SEVASHRAM. And I said, Swamiji, I'm thinking of going to Haridwar, but there's no driving force here. I'm already contented. So he said, what do you mean? He said, well, Swamiji, when I go into the mandir and do arti to Guru Maharaj and sit there and do meditation, there's full contentment and peace. Then he says, you've risen, you've elevated yourself through the grace of the Guru. You find everything. All the pilgrimages are to his feet. And you have done pilgrimages into the Himalayas and different parts of the world and here in India. So why should you be looking? Now, I don't want to tell people don't go to pilgrimages, but everyone has to come to that place of contentment, that whatever we do in life should give us contentment. And then we shouldn't be an enemy to the world or the world to be an enemy to us. We would not be disturbed by the world, and neither do we disturb the world. That is something that Krishna Bhagwan is telling Arjuna in Bhakti Yoga in chapter 12, that Arjuna, that to get to me, to get to that stage, you have to Sreya hi jnanam abhyasaj jnana dhyanan vishishyate dhyanat karma phala tyagas tyagakshantiranantaram. Arjuna, when you come to me, it's so nice that you come, and now you're doing arti to me. You're worshipping me as God. But think a little more. Think, why are you worshipping me? Why? Because why? Because I am the original. I'm the efficient cause and the material cause of the universe. And Krishna Bhagavan was talking himself as consciousness and also the Murti. So this is something that we all have to come to a realization. And then he says, when you think about me and your arti with full devotion and faith, then you will get my blessings. And then sit down and try to communicate through me, through my language. My language is silence. Come, like this morning, Saturday morning here in America, Jamaica, Queens, I'm here. And you come and sit down and do meditation and think about me. Keep me in your mind. Do japam. Om Sri Guru Shivaya Namah. 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 Om Sri Guru Krishnaya Namah. Om Sri Guru Krishnaya Namah. Om Sri Guru Krishnaya Namah. Om Sri Guru Pranavaya 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 Namah. Om Sri Guru Durgaya Namah. Om Sri Guru Sri Durgaya Namah. Om Sri Guru Durga Sri Durgaya Namah. Om Sri Guru Durgaya Namah. Om Sri Guru Durgaya Namah. And that you do with the Adi Deva and the Adi Devis, because then you will become like God-like and become like them. And this is the purpose of the life. And here this morning we're enjoying it, right? It is so beautiful that, during the day yesterday, there were so many calls I received from all parts of the world, and speaking with our brother monks and like that, and then having a meeting where we're trying to restore the Guyana SEVASHRAM chain to its original glory, not just materially but spiritually. Because Swami Parameshananda ji would have said that whenever he goes into to establish in the early days when he was setting up the ashram, that whenever he goes, like for instance Gaya, and he saw the atrocities committed by the Pandas, very bad, and then he made up his mind that he's going to go and restore the places of pilgrimage to the original spiritual powers with safety for pilgrims. So before that, he went and he did meditation for 7 days and 7 nights in the mountains, the foothills of a mountain there. Why? Because he would have said that, and this is very important, that whenever we undertake a project internally we have to have the vision of what we want that to be. Like if we want to build a house, then we have to do a little meditation, and we want to bring in summon the gods and let them have the vision of how this should be, and ask for their guidance. This is why he would have done meditation. So when he got out of the meditation, the vision was there. The blueprint was given. He had the blueprint of how every step of the way. Just like you want to construct a building, you have to have a blueprint. So 80% of the work is done when you have that blueprint. It's just a matter of getting the material, the steel, the cement, the sand, whatever, and to do all the necessities to construct that building. In the same way, our lives, we also have to set the foundation right. We have to be firmly established in our spiritual life before we venture out into doing material things, mundane things. And this is the message this morning, devotees, that don't live a life, an ordinary life. Go beyond this illusion that this creation has created for us. It's an illusion. Why? Because it is not real. What is real is Satchidanand, truth, existence, and bliss. And how do we? And what is another descriptive of this consciousness? Is omnipotent, all powerful, 100% and 100% of the time, divine power. And then it's all pervading. It exists here, there, and everywhere. The Christ would have said the same thing too. The Buddha, the same thing too. In these credible religions, they all come to the truth, but with different paths. And then it's all omniscient, all-knowing. It knows the past, present, and future. And then when we follow these teachings of these great souls like Swami Parameshananda and the Krishna and the Buddha and the Christ, what happens? We become God-like, and we develop that intuitive knowledge that many times I will say things and then people will say, oh, how'd you know that? Well, it's all through the Guru, because you have the full faith in the Guru. And that comes, the weakness comes when the Guru is not in your mind and you're going on your bare body, mind, intellect, and ego identifications. Those are the obstacles. So this morning, let's put those at the side. I like to pay adorations to Krishna Bhagwan, and let us try to sing this song. I like it. It's a song of happiness, a song of glorification to Krishna. Oh, Hari Sundara Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayan Hari Om, Hari Sundara Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayan Hari Om, Hari Keshava Hari Govinda, Hari Narayan Hari Om, Hari Keshava Hari Govinda, Hari Narayan Hari Om. Vanamali Murali Dhari, Govardhan Giridhari. Vanamali Murali Dhari, Govardhan Giridhari. Nit nit kar maakan chori, Gopi Manhari. Nit nit kar maakan chori, Gopi Manhari. Hari Sundara Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayan Hari Om, Hari Keshava Hari Govinda, Hari Narayan Hari Om. आओ रे गाओ रे गोकुल के प्यारी, आओ रे खांदा रे गोकुल के प्यारी, आओ रे नाचो रे रास रचाओ रे, आओ रे नाचो रे रास रचाओ रे. हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद, हरि नारायण हरि ओम, हरि केशव हरि गोविंद, हरि नारायण हरि ओम, हरि केशव हरि गोविंद, हरि नारायण हरि ओम. Ah, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that nice? That we could come to that state of happiness and bliss. You know, this mandir that I'm walking around is the mandir of moksha. I call this moksha mandir because there's no, we have transgressed. We transcend the personalization of God. In other words, there's no murti made out of marble here. All the 5 elements are in the original state. These 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, and space, are the original murtis. They are the creation. They are the building blocks. They are the lower nature of God. This is what Krishna Bhagavan was saying. Bhumi rapo analo vayo kamano buddhirevacha ahankariti yanme binna prakriti ashtada. Hey Arjuna, hey buddy Arjuna, listen. I am the 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, and space. I am the mind. I am the intellect. I am the ego. I am these 8 things that make up my lower nature. This is what's in our body. This is body. But Arjuna, know me to be the one that created this. I'm the efficient cause. I'm the material cause. That I am this. I'm everything. And we also are that like that. Because in us, we have the material cause and the inefficient cause. The life force in us is the creator, from where everything was created. So imagine we are everything. So why are we suffering? We shall be out of this illusion now of creation, and then we are liberated. And this is what we have to work towards. This morning, it's so beautiful to have you here. And we'll be walking now, and we want to go to see where Surya Narayan is, so we can look to Surya Narayan. Look to Surya Narayan, and then we will be going prayers. Prepare to do the Gayatri Mantra. Get in that frame of mind, because Gayatri Mantra is the one that is chanted billions of times, and it's in the environment, it's in space, it's all over as divine power. Let's latch on to that divine power. Let's become that divine power as we chant Gayatri Mantra. Okay? So are we ready? Let's make sure we got Surya Narayan here. And I got to come up. Nice scenery in this park, so peaceful here. Let's do the Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhare Bhavasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Om Bhare Bhavasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Om Bhare Bhavasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Well, a shout out to devotees in India, in America, in Guyana, in Trinidad, and also in Nepal and Fiji and London. And they're all online, I know. So this way we are all a big family. The world, all of creation and all of humankind is a big family. We cannot separate ourselves because we are made up of the same thing. The lower nature of God and also the higher nature. When we could come to that realization, then there's no separation. We are all one big family. And then we have to include the lower creation, the animals, the birds, and everyone else. So this morning, so nice to be with you, and have a beautiful day. And remember, we are all spiritual beings, have a human experience, not humans having a spiritual experience. In other words, we are almost there. We just got to shake off this human identification. And then let us have a mind that's open to everything and attached to no thing. How beautiful it is, okay? And so this morning, I bid you farewell until Firmilenge. Om. Om.